Alright, we're on. Okay, guys, so here we're back again, part 2. Just finished up our answers to the saddest moment in video game history.
Hide your tissues.
So, we're hopefully that's the only sad question here. I honestly don't remember. Question number 4. Your favorite video game series?
That's kind of hard.
That one's I actually got mine done already.
That one's really tough.
2 seconds.
Final Fantasy, I think, is a clear runner for me.
Yeah,
I mean, guys, I have played and beaten every Final Fantasy game there is in existence, and that not a whole lot of people can say that.
Right.
I think the series offers something for everybody. If you like the medieval ages, if you like fantasy, if you like dragons, if you like, it's just so
Good for everyone.
it's a wonderful world, and it seems like, yeah, they've had a few duds, but, I really think overall you could say it's been one of the most successful video game franchises.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it. Everybody's heard
But what about you? I mean,
I have a few. I'd say Diablo 3. Oh, no, the Diablo series is really good. I like the lore of it and stuff. Also, I was thinking Devil May Cry, Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur.
I'm trying to get myself to buy one.
What about, here's one I'm surprised no one thought of. What about Pokemon?
Yeah.
Oh yes, Pokemon.
Mario Brothers. I mean,
You can't
Donkey
forget the
Kong.
West.
There are thousands of video game series that, and you'd always know which ones are good because they're still around today.
Ironically, I just watched Wreck-It Ralph today.
What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty good. I would give it a 5 out of 5.
Do you think it? See, a lot of people are mad it didn't win the Oscar it was nominated for.
Oh, really?
Well,
it was good.
I don't know if it was Oscar worthy, but it was definitely one of the better Disney movies that we've had in a while. But let's also face it, guys. Disney, if they're gonna put something out there, it's going to succeed.
It is.
Frozen. Before I forget, I swore I would talk about this because I was forced against my will last night, my apologies, to watch Frozen. Guys, I expected the movie to be bad, and it was actually one of the most. It had the most beautiful music, and I think
that soundtrack is available at Walmart right now.
From two people who appreciate theater very well.
Yeah.
The song "Let It Go" by Idina Menzel, I think is how you pronounce her name, is freaking amazing. I looked up some reactions to people who saw it at a screening. After she finished that song, people got up, stood up, and clapped, and they had to freeze the movie. The only black mark against Idina for this is when she performed at the Oscars, she froze before the third verse. I feel bad for her, but I don't hold it against her. She's a beautiful artist. She played the Wicked Witch of the West in Wicked, in the Broadway production of Wicked, and I got to hear her sing on that because I got to see Wicked. Absolutely amazing. The fact that this thing did not win Tony for Best Theater Performance still eats at me, but I know it's won lots of awards, and it's actually coming to Tulsa in June, and I have tickets.
Yeah, again.
Wicked. If you have not seen it,
I've seen
Go see it.
go see it, guys. I'm pretty sure there's a couple performances on YouTube or places that you can go that are legal to watch, or there's also a book, and the book is just as good.
What was the last question?
Your favorite video game series?
Tales and Final Fantasy. I'll admit it.
Okay, here's another good one. Continuing with video games.
All right, I like video games.
Your favorite video game myth?
Oh.
And now here's mine.
Okay.
Here's mine.
I want to hear this.
Okay. Pokemon Red and Blue.
Yes.
Before they were released in America around 96 or 97, I believe, somewhere in there, they were released in Japan as Red and Green.
Yes. Yeah.
The Lavender Town music.
Oh yes.
Apparently, it had a theme in it that made kids go crazy and kill themselves.
Really?
Yes. And they had to change it for the American version. Now, you can go on YouTube and hear them both. They really don't sound any different to me. It doesn't make me want to run around and cut people's heads off. But,
that's just us. I mean,
you know, it makes me wonder. It's like, did Nintendo start this rumor just to gain popularity?
Just make people buy some old
But
Game Boys and stuff.
But that's what makes video game myths fun. They don't necessarily have to be true or even believable.
You just have to get an idea.
What about you? What can you think of a good one?
Not particularly. I mean, the only time there's like been good myths besides that is like cheat codes. Here, like you can get this character if you do this, or you get this if you do that.
Well, really there was a myth in Final Fantasy VII for a while that you could somehow bring Eris back.
Oh my god!
And it's like, guys, I met the director at Comic-Con who helped create that. He said, I would not play with my audience's heart.
Yeah.
He said, I have been told by 6'8" buff men that they cry their eyes out to the day when they watch that scene, because it really is a sad moment.
Yeah.
But, you know, another one that comes to mind is you remember the old Tomb Raider games? There was a myth floating around that you could make Lara Croft do the whole adventure butt naked. And she pulled her guns out of.
Well, nothing about pockets or anything, but it's. Well, I got sunburned today, actually.
Yeah, it was actually a very nice day.
Would the myths about Arceus being the whole god Pokemon be considered a myth?
Yeah, well, yeah. Also, the myth. Okay, you remember in Pokemon Yellow, Blue, and Red. You remember when you're going onto the St. Anne and to the if you're holding the truck.
Oh, the truck. No,
they said for the longest time that was the truck from Pokemon the first movie that Mewtwo was transported in, and Mew was under that truck. But you couldn't go to that truck. You can use strength. You can push it. You can press A around it. Nothing happens. But there is still myths out there to this day that Mew is sitting under there going, you can't get me.
Yep. You know what? I think I have mine now.
What's that?
Okay. Raticate. Gary's Raticate. I love that theory. That is so good.
All right, just for those of you who may not understand that, explain that real quick.
So, when you fight Gary and stuff, he's got a Rattata, and then eventually it comes to a Raticate. Then there's one point where you fight him on, I think the St. Anne is when you get it. And after you beat him,
the next time you fight him is in Lavender Town.
You find him in Lavender Town. However, Raticate's missing. And the theory is when you talk to the people around the town, they're like, this is where all dead Pokemon go to die. The theory is, we have a dead Raticate. And Gary is not particularly happy about it. If it's true, which I would love if it's true. I mean, I don't. Yeah. Not against Gary / Blue, but.
Well, another one that I think of is that Cubone is a Kangaskhan baby, and the skull is the skull of its dead mother to wear to protect it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
There's also a myth about Black and White. If you ring that bell on top of the tower, the ghost tower, if you ring it 3 times, you can catch the other legendary in the game.
Well, yeah, but that's actually not a myth. There's actually a hack to that, I've heard.
Oh, cool.
There's actually a hack to that. Keep in mind, hacks are not part of the game, but
they just found a way to mess with it.
Yeah, when we say myths, we're talking about like you heard it from somebody. You don't really have a good way to deny it.
I do have one.
All right, one more.
The reason why he's so thin is because he went to Hobo and made a wish to travel forever.
Well, there's also the myth that when he was running from the Spearow and he crashed that bike, he hit his head and died.
Yes.
And the entire series from that point is his dream.
Oh, man.
Which would be crushing to a lot of people. Everybody.
Because...
It's true. Oh, God.
Can you imagine, maybe at the end of this series, you see this scene, and you see Ash's mom and Professor Oak standing around a coffin, and there's a picture of Ash, and then it pulls a Sopranos and just goes black.
That would be terrible.
Can you imagine the raging?
So many Pokemon fans.
All right. I know. I promise you guys we would never get too political on this because it's hard to talk political. But I'm sorry, we're going to get a little political in this question.
Sure.
There are, as you guys can understand, with all the gun violence there is out there now.
Yeah.
I was asked this question by a person who participates in debate.
Sure.
Do you believe when people say that video game violence leads to the player committing violent acts.
I know.
No, in dreams maybe. Not in real life.
I can see it. I can see it happening.
Now, I've heard there's been a lot of people that have used it as an excuse.
Yes.
And people have gotten away with it. But here's my thought on it.
Okay.
I think it's
A leading psychiatrist from Harvard said the reason the guys who create these games, he said, they are, quote, healthy psychos. They create healthy ways to release their anger, and anything you do in these games is legal. For instance, if you play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, one of the best free roam games ever, you can pull people out of their cars, you can beat them, you can lay them over the hood and rape them, take their money, burn their house down.
It's a disgrace what you can do in these games.
I mean, Family Guy even makes the joke at it. Okay, here you go. Play Grand Theft Auto for this. This is a book, but imagine this is a Grand Theft Auto case.
Yeah.
Play Grand Theft Auto for 8 hours, and then we'll try again. Cut to Peter. If only it worked that way, right?
Yeah.
But I honestly, there's been people. Have you ever heard of Michael Savage?
I think so.
Michael Savage is he's a jerk. That is the. Okay, y'all see what I'm meaning here? He was on live television once, and this was his thoughts on autism. Autism, one of the that seems to become more common nowadays.
Yeah.
He said 99% of cases, I bet. This is his words. You can quote me on it, and I'll say it to his face. 99% of cases is kids who haven't been slapped upside the head and told, cut the act. You know, and then he also said that the reason this kid that shot up the Dark Knight movie theater or the guys who shot up Columbine, it's all because of the violent video games they put into the youth of America. It's not parenting problems. No, fucking no. But, you know, it's...
Not to mention, if anything, video games get out all of that, killing and stuff into that.
I'll admit...
More than anything.
I might get a little crazy when I'm playing the games, but it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, and it's...
You see like little 10-year-olds buying the game and shooting everybody down, and they're not doing it in real life.
Yeah, 10-year-olds online, and they... it's like, wow. It's like, wow. It's like, wow, do you kiss your mother with that mouth?
Hey, actually talked to half my class.
But, you know,
those are the kids that need to slap up inside the head.
Yes, it's like, I hate it that there's this notion out there that if you play these games, you will become a psychopath, and it's honestly, it's infuriating when they try and blame it on something that has nothing to do with the problem.
It doesn't have to do with a person's mental state.
Say, if I play Mario, I'm gonna just stomp on turtles, aren't I?
Yeah, and apparently, if I play Mario, I'm gonna eat shrooms.
Yep.
So,
you
know what, Michael Savage, I try not to cuss too much on this show, but go fuck yourself.
But and also like Pokemon.
Question number 7. Let's just move on.
Yep.
Do you think video games should be made into movies or just remain games?
Depending on the game, I would say, but
on the game.
Majority, yes.
Okay.
Resident Evil.
Max Payne should have remained a game.
Yeah. It really
Resident Evil.
Fine.
The first one wasn't that good. The second one, Resident Evil, it's a hit and miss.
Yeah. It's either hit or miss.
I don't think you could count all the Marvel games because, let's face it, guys, Marvel has been bastardized all over the place.
Yeah.
So I really don't think you could.
They really do make good movies.
They do.
Well, look what Disney has. And I think we actually get into that in a little bit later. But,
Okay.
But you know, my point. There's also rumors that they're going to make a Ratchet and Clank movie. Now I love Ratchet and Clank. I thought it was one of the best games of my childhood. But what are you going to do? Basically, take all the cutscenes and shove it on the big screen and make it look better?
Yeah.
That's
also another problem with movies and stuff is because you get one storyline and that's it. They have no room for improvement except making other movies.
So, feel free to share your thoughts on that too. Well, guys, we're going to jump over to part 3. We'll continue on all these questions, so thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.